Following the defeat of Arathator, the party spent the night on the frozen tundra in the northern wastes. They utilized Elias's newly procured mobile fortress to do so. During the night, Aurelius had a vision of a stone giant with a blue gem in its chest. The vision ended with a quick glimpse of some local Harengan, the rabid people of the desert. The silver shard was leading them to its companion piece, located somewhere in the Anarok desert. The stone golem, which appeared to be of ancient Netherus design, was sitting motionless against a wall and was half buried in the desert sands. After a brief consultation with Mordenkainen, the party decided to teleport to the closest known location. Aurelius could bring them to the desert oasis city of Pashkamtalar. Once the group entered the city, Ipop left to find a legendary elemental monastery rumored to be in the area, and Bo decided to look for the local entertainment district. While walking through the market district, Aurelius, distracted by the foreign sights and smells, stumbled into a group of Arengon who were picking up supplies. The hairfolk balked at the mention of the stone man and the rock formation, and would not willingly speak of it further. However, after Elias employed some blunt diplomacy, the rabid folk reluctantly divulged the direction of the ruins and rock formation they were seeking. Unable to locate Bo or Ipop in a timely manner, the remaining party of 4 set off through the desert in search of the Man of Stone. As they traveled, they spotted a pair of men leading camels across the desert. When the party confronted the travelers, the men offered to guide them to their destination. Finding this a little suspect, Aurelius and Kyra questioned them further. When the travelers tried and failed to charm the wizard, they immediately attacked. The travelers were actually a pair of Rakshasas, using a ruse to waylay unwary travelers and adventurers. After defeating the devilish pair, the party decided to make camp to escape the intense heat of the desert sun. Elias erected his fortress, which maintained an even temperature inside. During the evening, a banging started on the side of the small citadel, and loud voices could be heard outside. 3 confused Cyclopes had found this new building in their territory and were investigating it. Upon further inspection, Kyra stepped onto the roof and explained that they would be gone the following day. Gumtooth, the leader and the smart one, smelled goat and Grisner on the premises and thought the party was withholding food from them. Kyra supplied about 35 pounds of chicken, and the Cyclopes were content to let them be, provided they were gone by morning. They did tell the party about the Hat Rock, but would not take them there because it was evil and dangerous. Hat Rock bad, much danger, as Gumtooth put it. Dum da da dum 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 da 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 dum da da dum dum da 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 dum. That night, under the cool cover of darkness, the party ventured southeast until they came upon the infamous Hat Rock. From a distance, they noticed a pair of travelers camped at its base. Upon closer inspection, they were found to be a pair of hare folk. Shamir and his grandson Pesh were traveling from their village to the local watering hole. Their camel was tied up nearby. They passed by the area often and knew about the stone man, but claimed it was bad luck to go near him or touch him. Nevertheless, Shamir showed them how to reach him. The party found the half-buried, recumbent golem and investigated further, discovering the sunburst plate and the brilliant blue gem beneath it. Varric stopped Kyra from immediately grabbing the magical stone. They also discovered a mural and inscription beneath the giant figure, but it was written in nether race and none of them could read it. After attempting to decipher it for a while, a new Harengan stepped into the torchlight. He was tall, well-muscled, and armored in natural cactus-derived armor, perfectly camouflaged for the desert environment. He wore a pair of slit-eyed goggles to mitigate the desert glare. I am Blister. I have spent a long time studying the Netheress, and I can translate this for you if you like. After introductions, and once convinced that everyone's goals were aligned, Blister read the message aloud. Hamukai is the master of the Sapphire Sentinel. There were further instructions directing them to speak Hamukai's name, Varric, and the other spoke the name to the Sentinel as Kyra once again reached for the stone. The Sentinel awakened, it stopped Kyra's hand mid-stride, looked up and began moving its hands in a long dead sign language. Rising to its full 15-foot height, it turned and looked at Blister. Blister seemed able to communicate with it, and Aurelius quickly began catching on to the signs. The party explained that they were searching for the tomb of Hamukai. The Sentinel nodded and strode off into the desert, with a group following close behind. They soon arrived at an ominous cave. It was perfectly round and appeared to have been carved out by some enormous burrowing creature. Piles of fecal waste nearby all indicated that a purple worm inhabited the area. The adventurers entered the chamber beyond and found 6 murals arranged in sequence. They detailed the creation of the Sapphire Sentinel, its intended purpose. The 3 wizards with their peculiar hats who helped create it, and the dragon Zikshoriska, who sought to acquire a nether scroll. The mural suggested that the Sentinel had been destroyed during those events, but clearly that was not the case. The nether scroll was hidden within the tomb of Hamukai, and the Sentinel was the key to reaching it. The magic protecting the tomb prevented any other means of entry. As the party was leaving the tunnel, a giant purple worm erupted from the ground directly beneath Varric. At the last second, Kyra shield back